Good afternoon. My name is Cassandra Lee. I'm the City Councilwoman for District 4, City of Moulton. I want, thank you, you're welcome. I want to start out by thanking NAACP for allowing me to come to be a part of this platform, to speak, to, uh, to share my feelings about what has happened, to hopefully bring us together, to bring some solutions to think about, this has been a horrible time. So just let me kind of start where I was going to start, okay? America's in a crisis. Police brutality, racism, systemic injustice, and Black Lives Matter. What I think about, I'm an aunt of four black nephews. And when that phone rings at night, or when there's a knock at the door, my heart drops. Because I'm thinking, am I going to be the next aunt that gets that call? And when I'm driving down the highway and I see a black man or a black woman pulled over by a police officer, my thought is, and my prayer is, that they make it home safely. These past few weeks have been horrible. They have been very painful and hurtful for my people. And I know that goes across the nation, but for my people, has been extremely hard. If the murder of Mr. George Floyd did not stir compassion in you, you have more of a problem with protesting than you may be the problem versus the solution. But as a black community, we do what we always do, and that's pray for change. Today, we march for change, and we stand up for justice. Police brutality must go. Knees to the neck must not happen. Not being able to breathe must never happen. White privilege and entitlement must go. Because you know what? Black lives matter. A change has to come. And I want to give some solutions that I think are solutions. A change can begin with the mayors taking lead. Today, I urge every mayor to review their use of force of policies with members of their communities and to commit reform. Need for the policy of reform to include officers that mandate them when they see their partner or cohort with a knee to somebody's neck that they jump in. But that has to be a mandate. Seeing George Floyd, this is very emotional for me. When I see George Floyd on that concrete, on that road, with his face to the ground, that knee to his neck, but also with his hand in his pocket, looked like he didn't care about nothing. This man calls out for his mama, who has been dead for 2 years. For 2 years. And nobody did anything. They stood there like it was okay. So we have to have some kind of reform to give them, to allow them to be okay for you to not allow someone stand on their neck. I know there's a code amongst officers. But at the end of the day, and believe me, I know there's some good officers. So I don't want to take away from those that are good. But as we know, one bad apple can spoil a bunch. And that is what has happened now. Today, I also encourage mayors to be more visible in their black communities. Not just when it's election time, but come around and see me when you don't want my vote. Come around and tell me what you're going to do for my community. Don't come around when it's time for you to ask for my vote. Come tell me what you're going to do. How you going to make my community better. Not how you going to take away for something that we're entitled to. That's not what we want. It's time for a change. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., August 23rd, 1963, 57 years ago, delivered I Have a Dream speech for equality and freedom. And I quote, I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they would not be judged by the color of their skin, but the content of their character. But in order to change, we must vote. Black votes matter. We need to get involved locally. We need to attend city council meetings, attend board of education meetings. Make a change. Use your voice. Take action. And hold people like me in positions accountable. People like the mayors, hold them accountable. Because you put us in, and you can take us out. Hold the sheriffs, the police chiefs, hold all of us accountable. So in closing, we must make sure we have a president, a Congress, a Justice Department, a federal judiciary system that actually recognizes the role that racism plays in our society and wants to do something to make a change. Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Alton Sterling,
All right, call the name.
Sandra Bland,
Call the name.
Bohemian Jean,
Call the name.
Jarman Clark,
Say that name.
and George Floyd.
Say that name.
Good job.